The federal government is splashing the cash to clean up Australia's beaches. It's funding $600,000 for the Boomerang Alliance to work with cafes and other businesses to limit their plastic waste and switch to sustainable alternatives. Joining me now live is the Alliance Director, Jeff Angel. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us. What will this funding enable your organisation to do?
It's a national scheme, and the importance is that we get to talk to the business owner, the cafe manager, about how to avoid plastic, single-use plastic foodware, how to institute reusables so that people don't get, for example, single-use coffee cups. And there's a range of people bringing their own reusable coffee cups, the cafe having its own system of reusables. A number of states, as you probably know, are also banning single-use straws, plastic cups. So it's all about bringing business along, learning the real-life challenges that businesses have, and getting those lessons more broadly distributed in the community and the business area.
So how receptive, in your view, are businesses to switching over to, say, compostable takeaway containers and coffee cups?
Look, it's pretty obvious that everyone wants to do something to help to stop plastic pollution. And the cafes, while some may initially be a bit hesitant about the impact on their customers, are finding an enormous level of support from their customers. Because often, the customers don't know what to do. The cafe doesn't know what to do. And we give them the practical lessons, the practical information on what's available, the different practices that can be used. And the enthusiasm is unbelievably impressive.
What are the biggest polluters on our beaches?
There have been a range of items which I might say are progressively being targeted for bans by state governments. Obviously, we had lightweight plastic bags initially. We're now getting on top of that problem, and the vast majority of people are bringing their own reusable bags to the supermarkets. Even on my own walks around the place, I am seeing quite a lot of single-use coffee cups and their plastic lids. We need to get on top of those. A number of the takeaway food items, which are progressively being banned by a number of states, include the plastic plates and bowls, the polystyrene items. So those are progressively being taken out of circulation, and plastic-free beaches helps businesses make the adjustments as smoothly and effectively and economically as possible.
Can you give us an idea of how much waste plastic actually leaks into our marine environment each year?
If you look at the various state numbers, and when they bring in these ban regulations, they have to do various impact studies. When you accumulate the straws, the plastic bags, the plates, the coffee cups, etc., you are looking at literally hundreds and hundreds of millions of these single-use items entering the environment. They then flow down into the oceans and into our waterways, break up into smaller and smaller pieces, eaten by marine life, both bird and fish, and unfortunately enter the human food chain to the extent that we're now all, not deliberately, but unfortunately, ingesting microplastics in our bodies. So it really is a crisis that we can get on top of. We just have to move very quickly, because this plastic lasts in the environment for hundreds of years.
So what would be your advice? What can Australians do to reduce their plastic waste?
When they're in the takeaway environment in the public domain, they should certainly refuse the single-use items like straws and cups. They should ask for reusable items. They should avoid those items And as I say, there's a lot of public and business support for that. At home, they should certainly looking at maximising recycling and reducing waste. A number of councils are bringing in new types of collection systems, such as food and garden organics, and that's the next big challenge in terms of reducing landfill. So there's a lot we can do individually. There's a lot that businesses can do and are doing. And there's a lot that governments can do in mainstreaming the avoidance of waste and single-use plastic and the institution of reusable systems.
Well, you've certainly given us some good advice there. Jeff Angel, we have to leave it there. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.